good morning, WIDU listeners. Welcome to this month's edition of PWC Connections. I am one of today's hosts. My name is LAMONT HINSON. I am a community relations specialist with Fayetteville PWC, being joined by my new co-host for today, Mr. Mike Molina. Mike is a RINMDM operations supervisor. He's going to be able to break down some of that. As you may know, we were working with Miss Sharon Carvin and she retired, so she said, I'm retiring from being your co-host too, Lamont. And now I got Mike to sit in the seat with me. I'm so grateful that he was able to join me, and he was sharing some information with me offline, so I got to take advantage of the brother being here while he can be here. Mike, how you doing this morning?
Doing wonderful. How you doing?
Doing great, man. If you would, before we get into introducing our guests and our topic for today, if you would share with the listeners a little bit about yourself, how long you've been with PWC, and a little bit about your role.
Absolutely. I've been with PWC for 22 years. My role is the title's MDM R&I operations.
Years, man,
22
real?
years.
Wow.
22 years.
My fault. I didn't mean to interrupt.
MDM R&I operations supervisor. So my department entails making sure we have all of the data, meter data coming in, so we can bill the customers correctly, monitoring any alerts, alarms coming from the meters, and day-to-day activities as far as starts, stops, reconnects, disconnects for non-pay that can be handled remotely from the office.
Gotcha. Now, your team, how big is your team?
I have 3 specialists, customer program specialists, and I got 2 analysts. So busy work, got a lot of work, keeps us busy. Team does a phenomenal job. Definitely make sure we have our meters performing as best as we can to make sure we get our correct reads, correct bills out to the customers, and make sure everybody's happy.
Yeah. Now, tell us a little bit about your journey matriculating through PWC. You're one of the leaders, one of the rising stars. Where did you start off? How did you even discover PWC?
I've been in Fayetteville since '89, so I've been here majority of my life. Started with PWC in 2004, January 2004. I was a meter reader. So I've been in metering pretty much all of my career. Was meter reader for 7 years. Moved up to the senior meter reader or senior field service tech for about a year and a half. Then I became the supervisor of the department. I was over loss control, water techs, and meter readers at the time. Since then, we've combined, we've upgraded our technology, so we have a lot more capabilities. So we wanted to make sure our field service staff was able to do everything we could in the field, and we no longer have separate water techs or electric techs. Wanted to make sure everybody could do the same thing. So since then, we upgraded our technology. I went on to do a project whenever we were upgrading our meters. Went on for 3 years. I was supervising a small group to make sure we have all of our meter data coming in. Once we got done with that, I moved on to becoming an MDM R&I operations supervisor, where I currently stand. So I've been doing that for about 2017 to now. Yeah, so about
almost
9
10
years. Yeah.
Wow. I was fortunate enough to be on the previous show here on WIDU with Mayor Pro Tem Derek Thompson. He had me as his guest, and we had some conversation about PWC, of course, and talking about how we promote from within and get people prepared whenever someone decides to retire or transition on to another role. And you are definitely a great example of someone who's been able to stay with the organization, take on new challenges, and continue to prosper. So congratulations on being here, and brother, thank you for joining me as my co-host.
Absolutely.
All right, now let's swing it over to our guest. Today, our topic is we're going to learn a little bit about an upcoming event that PWC is hosting, the PWC Veterans Expo, and here to share some information is our supplier diversity analyst, Miss Camille Little. She has been a guest on the program before, and she might have been a guest on the program around about this time last year. So Camille, good morning, and thank you for making time to join us.
Thank you.
How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
Welcome,
Y'all doing
welcome.
all right?
There you go.
Absolutely.
I love to hear the sunshine in your voice. That's great. I'm going to kind of give you a little rundown similar to how we just did with Mike, if you would. Tell us a little bit about your role as the supplier diversity analyst, how long you've been with PwC, and some of your roles and responsibilities.
Okay, so I have been the supplier diversity analyst for the PwC Economic Impact Program for a little bit over 2 years now. So what that entails is onboarding businesses to PwC who want to do business with PwC. So that means, getting your W-9, your certificate of insurance, but then I also connect those vendors to the appropriate department. Now, I'm not going to have a general contractor. I'm not going to tell them to call, customer programs to do business. I'm going to tell them to call water construction.
Gotcha.
So it's my job to also share that information with our departments, but then also track the compliance on our construction and other utility projects as well.
Now, how many serve in the Economic Impact Program, or how big is the department?
So we are a mighty team of 2.
Wow.
The program manager is Erin Harris, and we are under the supply chain, which is our director is Candace Kurtz.
So I got half of the department here this morning.
Yeah.
It's a lot of moving parts, it seems like.
It is. We work hand in hand with our procurement department as well as our warehouse.
I got you. So how have things evolved within your area? I know federally some things have changed with certain roles, titles,
Yes.
words, buzzwords that you want to stay away from. And here locally, folks always want to know how they can do business with PwC.
Absolutely.
So what role do you serve in that?
What role? Well, I would say I'm the first step at PwC for anybody who wants to do business, but particularly to PwC, we have a program called Small Local Supplier.
Okay.
So businesses that are located within Harnett, Hoke, or Cumberland County are eligible for our Small Local Supplier program. So that means anytime we have opportunities that's under 30,000, we ask our departments reach out to those vendors first. It's informal unless it's a construction project, which you will require a North Carolina general contractor's license, but we encourage that program. So when everything that has been going on as far as your federal and state, we also have our Small Disadvantaged Business Enterprise Program. So those businesses that's not necessarily local but fall into those categories under the SBA, they can still do business with us. It's a little bit more paperwork, but it's possible, and we are always looking for new vendors. So I'm that first step. I get you onboarded, and I send you to the departments to make the final decisions.
Yeah. Now, you don't know what you don't know, so fortunately, we were able to get you up here and be a guest on the radio program, but is there another way that people can get some of this information if they're new to the business community?
Yes, so if they would like to do business with PwC, I would tell them to go to our website, FAYPWC.com, and then on our landing page, you will see a tab that says Business. Under that, you will see anything between registering as a vendor, bids, and then also the Economic Impact Program. So I would tell them to get started that way to do business with PwC. However, if you are a brand new business, you just filed your LLC or your incorporation, I will also tell you to reach out to some of our local community partners, which is the Fayetteville Regional Cumberland Entrepreneur Hub at FSU, as well as our, I'll talk about this a little bit more, our Veteran Business Outreach Center at FSU as well. FTCC has their Small Business Center, and then we also have the SEED program, which is downtown, and that's for your entrepreneurs as well.
Got you. Now, how many programs throughout the year do you guys host, or how often are you out in the community?
Oh, I think we have something going on each month if it's not PwC hosting. Last month was procurement, so we worked with City of Fayetteville as well to host a series of events. So I believe we have something going on at least each month.
Okay. All right. Now, before we get started with talking about the Veterans Expo, I think we're going to take our first break. pay some bills, allow some of the sponsors to do what they do. But thank you for tuning in to PWC Connections for the month of May 2026. We'll be right back.
This is Deb Cunningham, Cunningham & Sons Mortuary. If you're listening to this, you're listening to Wake Up, Wake Up.
President Trump reacted to Iran's official response to the latest U.S. proposal to end the now 3-month-old war on social media Sunday, that it's unacceptable. Drought conditions continue in the Piedmont as the summer begins. Southport's first responders gathered for a day of prayer service dedicated to emergency personnel and community leaders. The ceremony also carried additional significance following last September's mass shooting at American Fish Company, where 3 people were killed. While it's time for celebration, the job market may present some early challenges for new grads. North Carolina is gearing up for a major 4th of July celebration. The Department of Natural and Cultural Resources on Sunday announced the Capitol 250 NC Freedom Fest will be held at the state capitol all day long for the 250th birthday. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The city's development services team is conducting a review of its site plan and development permitting processes to improve clarity, coordination, and the customer experience. They are evaluating how development applications move through multiple departments and agencies, from initial project review through construction completion, identifying challenges and gathering stakeholder feedback to inform practical improvements. There are meetings today at noon or 6 p.m. Both meetings are virtual. Cumberland County says their Planning and Inspections Department has completed a draft of the Hope Mills Area Land Use Plan using ideas and feedback shared by residents throughout the planning process. They invite the community to review the draft and continue helping guide the future of the area. Check that out Thursday, May 14th, 4 until 7 p.m. at the Hope Mills Parks and Recreation Center. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
Keep the umbrella handy today. A weak disturbance moving through brings the chance for some scattered showers today. Otherwise, it's mostly cloudy with high temperatures in the lower 70s. Partly cloudy and a little chilly tonight. Temperatures cool down into the middle to upper 40s. Looks like a beautiful day on Tuesday. We'll have partly cloudy skies with high temperatures in the low to mid 70s. A few showers and storms return on Wednesday. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the NCN Weather Center.
Welcome back. You're tuned in to PWC Connections on WIDU Radio. My name is LAMONT HINSON. I'm one of today's hosts, being joined by my new co-host, Mr. Mike Molina. And our guest today is Camille Little. We are getting ready to talk about the topic of learning about the upcoming Veterans Expo. If you missed the first segment, please rewind to Facebook and catch all the information. It's there for you. We're getting ready to talk about this upcoming event. Camille, if you would, tell us, what is the Veterans Expo? And before you even start talking about the overview, give us the who, what, when, why, where. So when is it taking place? Where is it taking place? And how can people participate?
Awesome sauce. Okay. So we have the Veterans Business Expo. It is May 14th.
That's coming up this Thursday.
That is this Thursday. It's from 4 to 6 p.m.
Okay.
It will be at PWC Main Complex, 955 Old Wilmington Road. You'll see a blue sign that says Administrative Offices. That's where you want to park at, and you'll go to our main building. This is for those who want to do business with PWC. It's showcasing our local veteran-owned businesses. Of course, here in Fayetteville, we have a strong presence of veterans, and they have their businesses, so why not bring them to PWC and bring our community partners as well to talk to our veteran business owners. We're making sure that we are expanding their outreach too.
Right.
And then it's also open to the public. So
So what's the structure of the event? Is it tiered, or is there an itinerary to where I need to be there by 4 o'clock? If I can only get there at 5 o'clock, because that's what time I get off work, am I going to miss the first hour of programming? How is it set up?
So this is a free-flowing event. We will discuss the economic impact, how to do business with PwC, as well as our Veteran Business Outreach Center, how to be connected with them, and then also with our FSU Hub. But after that, it's pretty much a free-flowing. Our businesses will be set up to talk to you if you want to come in and talk with them, as well as our community agencies, our community partners will also be floating around the room, as well as about 20 different departments within PwC will be in attendance, are the ones who make those decisions. So even if you're not a veteran business owner or you just want to check out the scene, this is the place to be, just to get that knowledge on who to talk to when it's time.
This is one of those great opportunities for these local business owners, because you got all the people in one room that has the answers to your questions. So it's a great opportunity. I'll also be in attendance helping out where I can. So great opportunity.
Can I name some of the departments?
Please do.
Absolutely.
All right.
Please do.
For PwC, just PwC alone, we will have our facilities. What that means is PwC has about 20 different buildings, I can say, on our complex. So that means sometimes the HVAC goes out. Sometimes we actually need plumbing, electrical work, and different things like that. So our facilities department will be there, as well as our IT, our electrical engineering department, water resource engineering, our water treatment facilities, our community relations, our generation plant, accounting, our warehouse, HR, electric construction, metering services, our risk, and our IT infrastructure and procurement. So that's just PwC alone.
Right.
Our representatives, the ones who make those decisions. For our partner agencies, we have City of Fayetteville, Cumberland County Government, North Carolina Department of Public Safety, Mid-Carolina Workforce Board, as well as Fayetteville State. And I still have some more people signing on, so I'm very excited for this expo.
Is there a way that people can pre-register, or is it invite only? I know you said it's open to the public, which is great. Is there a way that they can kind of reserve a spot or allow you guys to know that they will be in attendance?
Absolutely. So on the PwC website, faypwc.com, if you scroll to the bottom, you will see PwC hosting Veteran Business Expo. Click on that link, and that is also the link to registration.
Now, Mike, please cut me off whenever you want to jump in here, because
Nah,
I'll
go
just
right
keep
ahead.
going.
Yeah,
But
go.
I just wanted to ask, all right,
Let's go.
We've talked a little bit about it, and we've said that it can be a benefit to local businesses, but specifically, what are some key ways that this can help folks interested tap into what type of opportunity this truly is?
All right. So for these businesses, this is the connection. This is the decision makers will be in that room. We'll also be discussing on the proper paperwork that's needed to do business with PwC. You can't just walk up to PwC and say, I want to do business. Well, do you have your LLC? Do you have your insurance? Now, we are a public agency, so we have to make sure that you are aligned with North Carolina and general statutes, that you're not going to hit a pipeline or anything else like that, and you know what you're doing.
So they can't just show up and say, put me on.
It's one of those many educational opportunities that we provide throughout the year.
Right.
You know, that we encourage the public to take part of. It's very important.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. So businesses, I would recommend that they have their business card and their business capability statement. And business capability statement is just like a resume, but for your business. And that's something that you would want to leave with some of these department heads or different agencies. If you know that you do construction, let's talk to the construction department managers, or different, like North Carolina Public Safety. They have different facilities across the state. So this is your time to shine. Whereas sometimes, and to be honest, sometimes you might send an email to some representatives in different agencies, and they'll look at it and keep on going. So this is that time to make your 30-second pitch and introduce yourself and be memorable, so that when they're looking for someone to come in and do some work or whatever the case may be, they have your information. They say, I remember I met you in Fayetteville, and that relationship builds from there. Doing business in state government or wherever, it doesn't happen overnight. You have to build that relationship, build your credibility with that agency. So I can't promise you that you're going to walk in and get a contract tomorrow. It may take a year. With PwC, sometimes our bids come out maybe once a year or every 3 years, depending on the opportunity. So you have to be aware and know that the timing is coming. It might just not be today.
No, that's great information and very key. It almost says that be prepared, come, be serious, do some leg work, some preparation work leading into this. I was joking by saying you can't just come in and say, put me on, but there are some people who just aren't aware of what it takes in order to really get a foothold when it comes to business. And this is a chance, so it sounds like, for folks to play their face card, see where they are in the process, how prepared they are in order to progress and have their business matriculate to the next level.
That's correct.
Now, I would also say you talked about a business capability statement, having a business card, things of that nature. For folks listening who may be hearing these terms for the first time, we're in a fortunate time in our society where you have AI to where you can look some things up and kind of get an understanding before you even show up.
That's correct.
And then maybe even have it judged once you show up to this event to see kind of where you are or if you're up to standard, on par with where you need to be. Now, what are some other preparation tools or some things that you would recommend as people show up to this? Should I come with a T-shirt, a big T-shirt with my business name on it?
Hey, if that works for you, yes. I would say have something. Your business brand is very important. Just like anyone else, when a new business introduces themselves, I'm going to look on Google or I'm going to look on Facebook and see what business have you done. So making sure that you're visible. Now, if you've done work and you keep receiving 2-star reviews for the work that you've done, that's not a good look. So making sure that you're building those relationships with other people in the community as well. You have your cards, you have your website, your phone numbers work, you're up to date with the state of North Carolina as far as your filings. That's an important thing to just think about, to be ready when you walk into these spaces.
Right. Absolutely. You're advertising for yourself. You know, not only trying to find business opportunities with PwC, it's almost like an interview. You know, it's part of the process. You got to be prepared.
Now, Mike, I heard you say that you're going to be participating. What are some things that would stand out to you or that you're going to be looking for?
Some of the few things that Camille said. Somebody coming, being confident, prepared. You don't want to do a business with someone that doesn't come to show that they're representing their company the best that they can, right? Just prepared. You got your paperwork, everything in order. You're coming, you're looking for the opportunity. You don't want to just be there just to check off a box. You know, you want to be there, be meaningful, have everything that you're supposed to have, get the information that you need, talk to the people that you need to, and I think you'll be good.
Yeah. And as Camille mentioned, go on our website, do some looking around. I believe we have a tab about how you can do business with PwC that's very helpful. Why did you guys focus on veteran-owned businesses? I know we've done some small businesses, local businesses, and as you mentioned, I know this is a military town, but why the specific focus on military or veteran-owned businesses?
Well, that was a goal from our PwC Board of Commission. They wanted to have emphasis on veteran and owned businesses to build those relationships and have more veteran-owned businesses do business with PwC. So when I received the task to, hey, we want to focus on veterans, I said, let's go. You know, I'm a military I guess you can call it Brad or whatever you want to call it. And so I said, why? Let's do it. I want veteran-owned businesses to be showcased. They are a pillar in our community. So why not give these veterans who have served all across the world for our community here to come back home and have a place where they know that they will have opportunities.
Yeah. What has the partnership been like working with the Fayetteville State Hub? I know they're getting the word out about what they can provide to the community a lot more. How's that partnership been?
It is awesome because when you get to PwC to do business, you should already be established. You should already have those connections or have some service qualities that you already have performed. And so the FSU is like that first step. You need help filing your LLC. You need to understand how to do a business capability statement or how to use AI. I know AI is our friend. You know, I talk to ChatGPT almost every day now.
It can be intimidating, though.
Yeah. It can,
For
but
those that
knowing
don't
how to go
understand
to
it,
AI and say, hey, I want to build this business capability statement. Here's my address. These are the services that I provide. And you can literally tell AI to make that for you. But FSU actually has workshops daily to help you as a business owner use the technology at hand, and they're free. So I would tell anyone who's in this business space to go sign up as a participant, and that it's available to all surrounding counties to Cumberland County, all 10. So if you can get there to the hub, then you can sign up for a class, sign up for one-on-ones. All of those resources are available as far as North Carolina is concerned. And just across the eastern border of the United States, I feel like North Carolina itself, we have a lot of resources available to business owners, especially here in Fayetteville. I just named multiple agencies that help businesses get started, and you won't find that anywhere else.
Gotcha. All right, we've been sharing some great information. My engineer just gave me the signal that it's time to take a break, so we're going to do just that. We're going to come back, talk a little bit more about this upcoming event. You're listening to PwC Connections on WIDU.
This is Deb Cunningham, Cunningham & Sons Mortuary. If you're listening to this, you're listening to Wake Up, Wake Up.
A French woman and 2 Americans have tested positive or shown signs of hantavirus. Americans are now in Nebraska at a special hospital unit. Iran sent its response to the U.S.'s latest peace proposal on Sunday. President Trump deemed the response, quote, totally unacceptable. Today, President Trump travels to Asia. He'll make stops in Japan and South Korea before heading to China for a 2-day summit with President Xi Jinping. Rockingham County Sheriff's Office is investigating after a body was found in the Dan River near Eden on Sunday evening. 6 people were found dead in a boxcar on a Union Pacific freight train in Laredo, Texas, just across the Rio Grande River from Mexico. A great and unexpected gift for some NC State Textile graduates. During the weekend graduation ceremony, donor Anil Kochar announced the gift for this year's Wilson College of Textile graduates. Mike Trayley, NCI News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. The city's development services team is conducting a review of its site plan and development permitting processes to improve clarity, coordination, and the customer experience. They are evaluating how development applications move through multiple departments and agencies, from initial project review through construction completion, identifying challenges and gathering stakeholder feedback to inform practical improvements. There are meetings today at noon or 6 p.m. Both meetings are virtual. Cumberland County says their planning and inspections department has completed a draft of the Hope Mills area land use plan using ideas and feedback shared by residents throughout the planning process. They invite the community to review the draft and continue helping guide the future of the area. Check that out Thursday, May 14th, 4 until 7 p.m. at the Hope Mills Parks and Recreation Center. From WIDU Radio, I'm Jamie Monticelli.
We'll track an increase in clouds from morning to afternoon and high temperatures across the board, making it into the 70s. Chances for showers are very limited as we head into the afternoon and evening. Temperatures will fall from north to south this afternoon. Overnight temperatures about 48 to 52 degrees. A nice cool start to the morning Tuesday. Decreasing clouds, and by the afternoon, it's mostly sunny, less humid, highs low to mid 70s. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
Welcome back to PWC Connections on WIDU Radio. This is the May 2026 edition of the show. You're being joined by Lamont and Mike. We are today's hosts for today. We're talking about the upcoming PWC Veterans Expo with Miss Camille Little. She's giving us some background on what she does with PWC. She's giving us some insight about this upcoming event, which is taking place this Thursday, May 14th. It's going to be held at PWC, located at 955 Old Wilmington Road. This is for those who want to take a next step as a business. It's titled the Veterans Expo because it's specific or tailored to some of the veteran-owned businesses, but they're welcoming a lot of the local, smaller businesses as well. You don't necessarily just have to be a veteran business. We're going to share a little bit more information and give you some ways that you can reach out if you have questions leading up to the event, as well as talk about ways that you can be best prepared. We talked about having that business capability statement and things of that nature. I would urge folks to do some research leading up to this. What are some ways that you can best be prepared? We talked about AI. The PWC website is a great resource, faypwc.com. So take the time to go through our website and see what kind of information you can find before you show up. Camille, I did ask if folks were able to pre-register. Is that an option?
Yes, it is, and I highly recommend to pre-register as well.
Yeah, and it's a floating event, so it's scheduled for 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you can't make it right at 4 o'clock, that does not mean that you're going to be late per se. You'll still have the opportunity to come in as long as you can make it within that 2-hour window and still get some of the information. Play your face card, figure out where you are in the rung of being a business and what you might need in order to take the next step. This is that opportunity, as well as to network and play your face card as well. Now, what if I'm looking for a job? Is there opportunity for me to get a career?
Well, that's not the focus of this expo.
Okay.
I mean, if you're looking for a job, you can go on faypwc.com.
Right.
And there's employment opportunities. Camille, what was you saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, this is to showcase our veteran-owned businesses. So we have a list of veteran-owned businesses that will be participating on Thursday. But for those who would like a job, go ahead and go to our website under career opportunities. We have several jobs out there right now.
Yeah, we actually do. Career opportunities are available, as well as our summer internships are coming up for those in college, and we're getting ready to get started with the ICON program as well. So if you are a student in Cumberland County, go to the Cumberland County or do a search for Cumberland County ICON program and figure out what are the requirements in order to participate in that if you're a high school student. And if you're a college student or a parent of a college student, you want to spread that information. This is an opportunity to get real-time experience to work on some real projects with PWC, and it's a paid internship, which are far and few between these days. So I was lightweight joking when I asked if I could get a job with this expo, but I do know that may be something that you probably had to deal with in the past, people showing up.
I can imagine. I can imagine people come all the time asking for jobs.
Absolutely, and I have to direct. I'm not in HR, so I have to direct you to our online site because that's how it is these days and time. So you have to complete that online application.
So if the other information has kind of gone over people's head or they're still a little confused, it was just so much, what are the top 2 or 3 things people should know before they show up to this expo in order to really take advantage of it?
All right, so May 14th, PwC, 4 to 6 p.m. This will be showcasing veteran-owned businesses. However, we do have about 20 of our PwC department decision makers will be in the room, as well as our community partners, as well as some state agencies too. So I would tell someone who is not expoing to still attend. Make sure you have your business card, business capability statement, and come in ready to network.
Can you share, Camille, with us some of what are some impact of some previous programs that PwC has at these local development opportunities that these businesses?
Some success stories.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually doing business with PwC. So PwC, Fayetteville State, and the city of Fayetteville, we share our, when we run into a good vendor and, you know, we're looking for recommendations, we say, hey, if you're a small local supplier, I'm always sharing your information with our partners. So what that looks like is registering as a vendor within PwC or the city, but then also doing work. So we have had a few, if not even a few, a whole bunch of our local businesses have contract opportunities, whether it's service jobs or just long-term contracts. They have won with these business development expo.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I think it'll be eye-opening. Mike mentioned that he'll be there. Most of the time when people think of PwC, of course, they're thinking of electricity, sometimes even a water service. Some people, you'd be surprised, they don't even know that we provide water services. But I think it'll be eye-opening to see how many different departments function under the PwC umbrella, how many opportunities are available within PwC alone, not to mention the other outside community partners that will also be in attendance. So this is really an opportunity for, if you're a business owner or someone in the business community, to get more abreast of what's out there for you and how you can grow if you are willing to.
Any question you'll have will be able to be answered.
That's
we
correct.
will have the expertise in that room.
Yeah. All right. Now, Camille, how do you stay abreast of all the different changes that are happening within your area, within your industry, and staying knowledgeable as an analyst? It seems like things are changing, like you said, month to month. So how do you stay up to date on information?
Well, the thing that I do like about working for PwC is our professional development. And so that includes attending UNC School of Government classes. Just like with City of Fayetteville, they also send their employees to. So going to those classes and getting information from those lawmakers and our colleagues. Also part of an organization called the North Carolina MWBE Coordinators Network. And so we meet quarterly to discuss different statutes that have changed and anything else like that, different programs that they're putting on. We learn and we feed off of each other. This was successful for them, so let's bring it home here. So being able to be a part of a network and keep up to date on that information, that's how we stay. That's how we stay connected. You have to network because things change overnight. And so just knowing what's coming down the pipeline, having that network, someone tell you what's going on and sharing that information, that's how you stay in the know. There's no other way.
Yeah. Got to keep your sword sharp. All right. So, quick reminder. Upcoming this Thursday, May 14th, is the PwC Veterans Business Expo taking place at PwC, 955 Old Wilmington Road from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Floating event. You get the opportunity to be a part of it, even if you can't make it right at 4 o'clock. But if you can, come on through. We're getting ready to take our last break. We're going to come back with some reminders for the month of May so you can stay up to date with PwC, the hometown utility. Thank you for listening to PwC Connections on WIDU Radio. We'll be right back.
Wake up, catch the vision, join the team. This is Pastor Reginald Johnston of My Father's House Christian Church right here in Fayetteville. We want you to wake up and join the team. Behold, how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It's good when we come together. We're one body, many parts. We desire that you wake up and join the team. It's good to be a part of Wake Up. Wake up, join the team. We will see you in Jesus' name. God bless you.
You have always put others before yourself. Put your country above all else. Given everything you can, every time. Now it's time to forge a new path. At Fayetteville State University, we believe your service is our debt. So we're offering free military family tuition. Yes, absolutely free. And with new programs like cybersecurity, anything really can happen. Fayetteville State University. Are you in?
Hello, I'm Dr. Teresa McAllister, the founder of Rafa Ministries Family Center, and you're listening to Wake Up.
This is Pastor Neil of the New Covenant Christian Faith Church Ministries, 5427 Murkison Road, and I am proud to be a member of Wake Up.
Welcome back. You're listening to PWC Connections on WIDU Radio. We're getting ready to slide in the home plate and wrap this show up for May 2026. Want to provide some reminders for our listeners. We've been fortunate enough to be joined by Miss Camille Little, our supplier diversity analyst, and she's been talking about the upcoming Veterans Business Expo. You can get more information if you show up. It's coming up this Thursday, May 14th. Camille, thank you for making time to talk about the upcoming event. You're welcome on this program anytime you want to talk about upcoming events or any other topic for that matter.
She provided much needed information for the public.
Absolutely.
Preparing for this
if you're just
event.
now tuning in, or you just got into your car, or wherever you're listening to this station, please go on to the WIDU Facebook page where you can recap this show from the beginning. All right, so some reminders we got coming up. Mike, you want to start? You want me to start?
I'll get started. Let's
go ahead.
let's start with the time of use.
That's right.
Time of use is we're in our summer peak hours. Goes until October from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day.
There you go.
All right.
So for people who don't know, if you're new to the area, TOU, this is when we provide recommendations on you shifting your energy consumption. It's for electric service only. There are 21 hours of the day out of the 24 hours where your energy is charged 35% less. There's only 3 hours when it is 35% higher, and that's because there's a higher demand on the grid. So right now we're in summertime. That 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. time is when we're recommending that you shift your consumption. Get more information, tips and tools and advice on ways that you can do that, because you may not be like, well, what do I do? There's ways that you can change up when you wash your clothes. There's times you can change up when you run your dishwasher. Your HVAC, get a programmable thermostat, smart thermostat. So it's plenty of information, tips, and tools. Log onto our website. It's also May, graduation season. We want to remind people to can you not do the balloon releases, please? I know it looks good, it's aesthetically pleasing, but you don't understand that it can sometimes cause outages. Some of these balloons are landing into our power lines, causing interruption. So while we understand that this has become a part of the customary celebration, it can also disrupt electric service, and eventually those balloons are going to have to come down. Is pollution. So you want to avoid that also. So find another way to celebrate. You know, bird releases, while they are more expensive, they're better for nature.
For graduation?
You're
Release
right.
a bird. Release a bird.
You're right. All right, what you got, Mike?
May is Electric Safety Month.
Right.
All right. Always be
Hand in
careful.
hand.
Yep. Always be careful around electricity. Electricity is, you got to respect it.
Yeah,
Okay. It's
for
nothing
sure.
to be afraid of, but you got to respect it. All right. Never approach a down power line. Please, if you see a down power line, please report it. Call PwC. Let us know. For more safety tips on that, you can go to faypwc.com/safety.
There you go. All right. Want to also remind people that Memorial Day is coming up. We definitely honor and pay respects to those who have served in our military service. And on Monday, May 25th, our offices will be closed. If you have an emergency that you need, a utility-related emergency that you need to report, you can still contact our customer service line at 910-483-1382 to report that emergency. If you just have an overall emergency, you want to reach out to 911. So while our offices will be closed, our emergency dispatch will still be running. And I also want to remind people that coming up, we have our 21st annual Public Works Art Exhibition. This is where we partner with the Fayetteville-Cumberland County Arts Council and host an event for amateur artists and creatives in the area. So the event is going to take place at 301 Hay Street. This is downtown Hay Street. Last Friday of the month, May 29th. The opening date for the exhibition is opening time, is from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So it's a 2-hour block where you can come in, see the exhibit. This is the largest amateur art exhibition that we have in the area. They're doing a call for art right now. So if you go onto the website, wearethearts.com, you can get the dates on when you can submit your art, when you can bring it down to the Arts Council so they can put it on for display. We'll be there opening night. The exhibit is going to run until July 5th, so the day after the 4th of July. It's going to run for a great amount of time. So if you're a local artist, if you're making art in your home, and you want to see it on display, you want to share it with the community, this is your opportunity. You can submit up to 2 art pieces. I believe 1 piece is a $15 submission. For 2 pieces, it's a total of a $20 submission. So you get more value if you want to submit 2 pieces of artwork. Great event, and we'll be there also sharing some customer service tips and tools and information people may want to ask about the electric rate increase. I know that's been one of the buzzworthy topics, no pun intended, but come on out to the art exhibition, opening night, Friday, May 29th, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Also want to mention, it's free to the public. Free to the public.
I buried the lead. It's absolutely free to the public.
Absolutely
You're right. Water quality report. I talked a little bit about this when I was fortunate to be the guest on council conversations with Mayor Pro Tem Derek Thompson, but we have just released our water quality report. So as the hometown utility, we are committed to providing safe, reliable, quality, clean drinking water, and our staff goes above and beyond of making sure that our water not only meets but exceeds the water quality standards set by the Environmental Protection Agency. And every year we put out this publication so people can be made aware and so we can be as transparent as possible. We outline our results of what we do for our water treatment program, and you can learn more about your drinking water by visiting our website. So it's faypwc.com/water-quality-report. This report is made available on our homepage. Again, it talks about the things that we're doing for 1,4-dioxane, for PFAS, and other harmful things that may get into your drinking water. So we're aware, and we're doing something to combat those things. We put this report out each year, also giving you some information on what was done in the previous year. So if you want to know more about your drinking water, this is a great opportunity to do so. And lastly, we will be back next month if the WIDU folks are willing to have us. You can join us on Monday, June 8th. We're going to be talking about career opportunities. Also, our summer interns and our icon. We may be able to get an icon student or 2 up here to share about the program and their experience. So if you are fortunate enough and have the time, go ahead and mark it on your calendar. We're here every second Monday of the month, and for June, we'll be here June 8th talking about career opportunities, summer interns, and our icon students. Again, want to remind everyone, if you need more information about some of the things we discussed in this episode, if you have an inquiry about your service overall, you can, of course, go to our website, faypwc.com, but you can also reach out to our customer service line at 910-483-1382. We constantly try to put that information out there. We're living in an age where things are becoming more automated, so you still have an opportunity to call us and reach out to an actual person in the area and ask them some questions about your electric, water, or wastewater services. So please take advantage of that while you can. Mike, anything you got for me before we sign out of here?
Nah, the only thing, if you got any, if you need any information on PwC, fadepwc.com. Everything's on that website. So just make sure you, if you got any questions, that's where you'll find it.
Yeah, man.
Again, the Veterans Expo is going to be on May 14th. So for them local veterans that have businesses that's starting up, make sure you register and see you on the 14th.
Yeah, man. Thank you for making time to be my co-host. Congratulations
Absolutely.
on all your success. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Camille, any parting words before we get out of here?
I'll see y'all on May 14th at PwC.
Bingo. There you go. Couldn't say it better myself. Thank you for making time to be our guest again. Want to thank my engineer for leading me along the way, and thank all the WIDU listeners as well as the radio station. Mr. Cookman, we're definitely thinking about you and keeping you in our prayers.